Well, hello, guys. Can't start the party without me, I guess. So let's see who's here. Pedro, Bruce, Randy, and Sparky. How you doing, buddy? Braden, how you doing, buddy? Martin, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you come in here tonight. Cheryl, nice to have you here tonight. I guess my clock must be slower than you guys because, I mean, you guys are already in here like 4 minutes before it even started. So I don't know. Maybe I need to adjust call the Navy Observatory up and see if my clock is on time. So anyhow, Gaffa, Ron Brights, how you doing, buddy? In the front row, and you don't have to pay extra for those either. How you doing, Pedro? We're anxious. Oh, that's good. I like that. Spokane Northern. How you doing, Reed? Nice to see you can make it here tonight also. All right. Well, let's see. Got 26 people in here right now with 2 thumbs up so far. It's a good thing. I like that. Doing pretty good. How are you? I'm doing fine. Just fine. You have a front row seating every time. All right. So I guess if you guys read my little thing, my intro, it says safety first. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to make some handrails. If you guys remember, we did these last week, if you remember. This is the N scale one. This is the HO one. We're going to do the handrails on the HO one because it's going to be easier for me to show you because it's bigger. Anyhow, before we get into that, your other mods will have to mod. I'm driving still. Well, I think Sparky's here, so he can do that. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Captain Baldo Mike, how's it going, buddy? Ron Pisco, you know what? I think since you're here almost all the time, I'm going to make you a moderator. So now you are a moderator. How's that? Before we get into that, I got some things I want to go over. So let's begin. I'm like Sparky. I got my little notebook here. No, you haven't been replaced. It's just an addition to. Trying to figure out how to do that. To make somebody a moderator, go to the 3 dots on the side of the person's name, and there'll be a drop down, and you'll see add moderator on there. Yeah, and Roy is driving tonight. I just spoke to him on the phone a little bit. So anyhow, you need a fanfare music. Sparky, everyone in moderation. ATS, hey, how you doing, Tom? Nice to see you. All right, so we're going to start off with some announcements here. Ron, New Haven Rails, how you doing? Okay, first we're going to do some announcements. Hot Rod Rodney, he's got a contest, and he's going to do his drawing tonight. After my live stream, he's going to go live. At least he thinks he is because he's been having trouble with his Wi-Fi, but he's going to try to go live to announce the winner, who the winner is going to be. And I believe that he's going to be using random.org to draw the winner. BNSF 1982. He's going to be doing his live streams on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Saturday night Central Time. So go ahead and join in on his live streams. And also, Sparky, you know, he does his on Wednesday night, but Sparky's also going to have a contest. But one of the stipulations in Sparky's contest is he needs to have 100 people in his chat the night he wants to do the contest. So if you guys all have different channels, go ahead and announce it on your channel that he's going to be doing this special giveaway. And he's got a pretty good prize going on there. I want to thank all the people from Sparky's live stream that have subbed to me on my channel. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Now we'll get on to last week's Super Chats. Make sure I got everybody here. Container Man 68. Amtrak and Southern Pacific ×3. Hastings BNSF N-Scale Modeler. Bruce Giroux. Ron Pisco and John Dilly all have donated to my Super Chat last week. Also, I want to wish you guys a very happy and safe New Year. Sorry, wrong month. Happy and safe 4th of July. Please don't drink and drive. Oh, how you doing, David? Nice to see you here. Very nice. And I'll tell you what, David, I think that was a real cool thing that you did for Chuck Baker today with Roy. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my mind here. How you doing, Jerry? Nice to see you here. Scott, nice to see you. Okay, next, we're going to go to my shout out. Oh, thanks a lot, Roy. Thank you. Roy, you are the man. Okay. My shout outs for this week. Spokane Northern. He's having 100 subscriber contest also. You guys should check out his channel. I think Ralph is going to start posting some of these links to these guys. Guys, go and check him out. He's also his name is Reed, and he's also in Australia. So you guys might want to go check him out. How you doing, BNSF Bob? Another new channel that I found is DIY and Digital. Man's name is Jimmy, and he's also having a contest. So you guys need to check these guys out. Maybe you'll win something. You don't know. And finally, the last guy I want to give a shout out to is Hastings BNSF N-Scale Modeler. All these guys, please go check these guys out. I think a couple of them are here already. Yep. DIY Digital is here. Spokane Northern is here. And who else was the other guy? Spokane. I don't know if he's here yet. He might not be here. Anyhow, Ralph is going to go ahead and put the links up to those guys' channels. Yep, there you go. That's what this whole thing's about. All right, Ralph's starting to put up some of those links for you guys to check out. Check out Spokane and Spokane Northern. I thought that he was in Washington State, but he's actually in Australia. All right, so if you guys read the comments in my last live stream, I did put down the materials you would need to do tonight, to do tonight's project. So, like I said earlier, we're gonna do. Let's see if I can get this where you guys can see it. Handrails for safety for the workers that go up on these billboards and replace the signage and all that stuff. So, what you're gonna need, and I did show you guys this, is number 132 and number 133 strip styrene. The 132, or actually the 133 is going to be for the bottom rail, and that's this guy. And the 132s are going to be for the second and third rail and also for the stanchions. Now, the reason why I want to show you guys why we're going to be doing this is because you can buy these handrails from Plastruck. Plastruck makes them, but they are never the correct size that you would need. If you can see, if I put this on here, let me see if I can get it so you guys can see this. It's always just a little bit too short where the stanchions are. So that's why I prefer to make them. And also, you get a lot more flexibility out of them. If you guys watch my contest winners build, when I did the silos, I did my own handrails up on the top, and I was able to go around the entire silos. Whereas with these guys, the ones you could buy from Plastruck, actually had to heat them up to get them to work. Tiki makes them too. Okay. They look pretty good. All right, well, and I'm sure that these are not 100% to scale, but once it's on your layout in a position, nobody's going to know that it's not actually scale sized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you guys down to the work area, and we're going to start doing this and see how it works out. So let me get this situated here, and we'll get the camera down to the bottom here. All right. This is the HO1, and this is the N scale one. I'm not going to do the N scale tonight, only because, as you can see on this one, I've already got it right there. So, made a template, and what I do is I put some masking tape on either end, so when I put these down, they will stay in place, and I won't have to worry about them moving. I also put 2 lines here where these have to line up, and these billboards I made 25 feet wide by 12 feet tall. And the reason why I made them 12 feet tall is because, like I told you guys last week, I saw a picture of 2 men working up here replacing the signs, and they were about half as tall as the billboards. So I assume that those guys are probably about 6 feet, which is average height for a man. And so that's why I made them 12 feet. How you doing, Mike? But and Rico, how's it going, buddy? Now, you guys got to understand, I'm not watching the chat, so if any of any Handrail is. That's cool, Hagafa. I'm glad to hear it. So, guys, please don't be mad at me if I don't answer your questions right away. So, we're going to start with this. And like I said, these are 25 feet long. We're going to put it here and put it on the first line. And then we'll put the second 2. Now the second 2 are the smaller of the 2, which is the 132, which is the number 132 styrene. And so put him there. And now, because these are 25 feet, you really can't get an accurate spacing in between all the stanchions. So in order to fix that problem, what we'll do is we will put the first and the last one on, and then measure 6-foot intervals for the stanchions. Let's see if you're having a problem getting this guy on here right. There we go. And now we'll put the third one on. Now the stanchion height from top to bottom is 3 feet. And these stanchions are approximately 6 feet apart. And as you can see, I do have my lines in there to help me with that process. Anyhow, we're going to get this down here, and I'm going to take a little bit of my glue, and I'm using a toothpick to apply the glue. And so we'll just put a dab on here. And what we'll do now is, like I said, we'll do the first and the last one first. That didn't make sense, did it? The first one and the last one first. That didn't make too much sense. Okay, and I already pre-cut these, and I always make them bigger, and I can always cut them down if I want to. So there's one. And just use your eyeballs to get them straight. And then we'll do the last one. Turn this around so I get it better. There. Very good. And we'll let those dry up for a couple of minutes before we go on. Z-Scale Ray, how you doing? First time here? Yeah, I appreciate you showing up, man. It's pretty cool. I'm assuming that because you're Z-Scale Ray, you're modeling Z-Scale. And I tell you, the last train show I went to was in California. I seen a Z-Scale layout there, and let me tell you something. I was totally, totally impressed. So, yeah. All right, so Go ahead and add a little bit more glue down here. And we'll do the same thing again. I asked you guys last week if you had any suggestions of what you guys would like to see me doing here. I haven't gotten any replies on that. So if you guys have some ideas of what you might want to see me doing on a live stream, go ahead and put it down, and my moderators will tell me what if somebody's doing it. Sub to you, Z-Scale. And I will sub to you, Z-Scale, when I finish this about an hour later. The replay will be up, and I will check your channel out, and I most likely will go ahead and subscribe to your channel. I guess YouTube is pulling their stunts again. From last week of Sparky Show till this week, I lost 10 subscribers. So I guess Sparky said that they're actually doing their purge again. So I was kind of disappointed in that, but oh well, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Now this applies to any scale. What I'm doing here applies to any scale. You just have to get the right measurements. Like I showed you guys, this is the difference between N scale and HO scale, and I assume that Z scale will be half the size of this one. So I thought so. Hillbilly red backdrop buildings. I had some people I sub, but I don't let anyone stop me. Try building a car wash. Yeah. Well, if there would be a lot of stuff to be doing inside the car wash if you want to detail it. Roy, did you check out the Z-Scale layout? Steel factory? Well, I mean, I could do it, but it would be just too big to do in this space. That's why I didn't do that's why I didn't do any of my bigger builds here on the live streams. 72% of N scale. All right. Why do they? I have no clue why they. I guess from what I heard is if people are not active. Let me get this back up here. If people are not active on their channels, the algorithm, whatever it's called, their computers just go ahead and purge a bunch of people. Goffer, you scratch built a train wash last month. Well, that's cool. Why don't you do some videos, Goffer? Let us see what you're doing. Have to get me. No, I have to get you the sub so you can do your contest. DIY. You were Jimmy, right? DIY. Jimmy is your name, right? Yeah, Jimmy. You all missed 3 lead pumpkin. Oh man, sorry. Locomotive fueling station. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Oh, and I want to mention one thing that I don't think I mentioned when I started doing these scratch builds live here. It's something I did that I forgot to tell you guys. You get a sheet of plastic. You need to give it a wash with warm water and soap. And then after that dries, you need to prime it because most likely paint will not stick to bare plastic. So that's my suggestion for you guys. And if you want your paint to stick, Washington State Rail Productions. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. Hey, Amtrak and Southern Pacific. Chris, how you doing? Oh, you're not late. You're not late. We're only a few minutes into it. Only 19 minutes into it. So be cool. Yeah, you're right. So what was I just saying? Oops. And guess what, guys? Doctor told me I need to drink water. Dawn Shop is great for that. Going to stream tomorrow. Okay. Well, make sure you put up an announcement on your channel. Oh, Dawn Soap. Okay, Dawn Soap. Okay, sorry, David. Yeah, you just need to wash it because it does have some sort of oil or something from the manufacturing process. So you need to clean it first and then prime it and then paint it. Transparent Coke, exactly. But I'm not a regular water drinker. I don't drink water. So when I went to the supermarket and I was looking at the water, they had these flavored ones, and I said, "Oh, let me try that." And they're not artificial flavors either. They are real flavors. So this one here happens to be grape, and I got orange and I got lemon. So, salud. I'm with you, Jeff. I hate playing. The doctor asked me how many times you drink water in a day. I said 0. He said, "What do you drink?" I said, "Coffee and Coke." He said, "Well, you need to change that a little bit." I said, "Okay, so I will." So as we're giving this time to dry up, and now when you lift it off of here, my suggestion is to take a hobby knife and put it under the masking, between the masking tape and the project, so it comes up in one piece. Powerade, all right. Drinking more water. Oh, and I didn't get to answer your comment yet, Tom, but those turnouts will get painted. I just want to get them all in place first before I do that, make sure they're all working, and then I'll go ahead and either stain them or I'll paint them to match or close to what I have there on my turnouts. I think Ryan's coming here on Monday, so we can do a little bit more work on the yard and get that stuff all put together. So there'll be a video on that. That'll be major changes number 38. Is Rodney still in here, or did he leave? Can anybody see Rodney here? HOSKL Superior. Hey, Stu, how's it going, buddy? I got a couple of my Australian buddies in here tonight. Very cool, very cool. I had to copy and paste that one. Like Thomas said. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing that, man. I'm glad you guys, that's the reason why we do these live streams, besides showing you guys how to do stuff and to show your products and stuff like that, is to get you guys to communicate with each other, subscribe to each other's channels, and help each other out. That's what this community is all about. Substitute the water. Well, it's got, coffee's got water in it, right? That's good. I know. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. I decided to give scratch building a try, or I need to get a metric scale. Where are you located, Z-Scale, Ray? Well, I guess I can call you Ray if you don't mind. Back to making safety rails. Well, okay. So I'm still waiting for this to dry before I lift it up. But anyhow, this is what you're going to wind up with. And the larger one down here is the one that's going to get secured to here. So I won't be putting these on because I need to paint these first. These will get painted black. Oh, Rialto, California. Okay, cool. So then you probably were at the show at the fairgrounds last July, were you? And saw that end scale? Someone is suggesting you go HO. No. No way that I'm going to go HO. I had HO, and I found out real quick that I couldn't do what I wanted because of the space available. As it is with my end scale, I'm using 2 rooms, and it's still not enough. Powerade till 5:30, and then what? You switch over to the beer? Are you at the Costa Mesa? Well, yeah, I did the show in Costa Mesa also. Vinny, same guy, Zach, Z-Scale, Ray. Yeah, I got you pinned on that one, right, Jeff? Very cool, very cool. All right, let's see if I can get this up here. I guess I can put the camera down so you guys can see me take it up. Yeah, if we stay there. Very good, very good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the knife under the masking tape. And what I found, you guys go to Walmart and buy this tape. It's cheap. It's 99 cents. But hello, Otto, I would not use this to mask while you're painting. I would use it for projects like this because that's what it's good for. I wish I'd get a bigger space. People have been telling me to use my third bedroom, but no, I can't do that. Anyhow, this tape is good for 99 cents to do projects like this. And that's basically why I got it. If I want to do painting, I will use the blue masking tape, or I will use the Tamiya masking tape. Okay, Rodney's still here. Very cool, very cool. Has some good rulers with his Amazon. Yes, thank you, Ron. I appreciate you bringing that up. Yes, and I should say, if you guys need to make any purchases, check out my Amazon page. My Amazon page, you can find, I believe at the beginning of this video, you can see my Amazon page link, and you can go there, and I have a lot of stuff that you guys might be interested in. Anyhow, let's get back to this. So we get one side up, and then we'll do the other side. And there you go. But now, we got all these straggly pieces on here, right? So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take our knife, and we're just going to go right up against the rail and cut it down. And I use the rail as a guide when I cut them. And so we'll do the same on this one, on the other side. All right. And one here. And there you go. Handrail. Now, it didn't take very long. In fact, this whole project, from doing this to these, painting it, and also, let's see if I can find. I told you guys last time, for instance, this I cut out of a magazine. And so that would be a billboard. Of course, it's not big enough. So what I would do here, if I wanted to use this one, I would paint the background yellow so this wouldn't look out of place on there. But you can go through magazines or online, pick out some stuff online, print it out, and then scale it down to whatever. If you have, what is that called? Workshop, Photoshop, or whatever it's called. That's a good question, Ron. I did get some sort of a notification that I can, if I wanted to, invite the, I'm sorry to say this, but invite the UK guys. I didn't see anything about the Australian guys, so I don't know. I guess I could check into that and let you know about that. So anyhow, I said I wasn't going to go ahead and mount these, but I think I will mount them just to show you guys what it's going to look like. Anyhow, you're going to have a flat side, and you're going to have a side where you put your stanchions. So you want to use the flat side to mount it to your billboard. And let me see, I still got a little bit more trimming to do on here before we mount it. All right. And so now we'll just go ahead and put some glue on here. And then we'll take this and we'll put them on here. And we'll hold him for a second or two. Make sure he's straight up and down. I could always paint this by brush. I'll spray the whole thing with the primer, and then I'll paint the handrails with a brush. And I just eyeball to make sure it's parallel. We'll let that side dry, and then I'll go ahead and put the other side on. But this is a project that wouldn't take you, if you sat down one night from start to finish, you probably can have a couple of these done in a couple of hours, and it will make a great detail for your layout, and it doesn't cost you very much money. I mean, you could buy a sheet of plastic for $3 and $4, and all these styrene strips are like $3.59 per pack, and you get enough in here to do quite a bit. I mean, this one, these both have 10 strips in them. So you can do an awful lot. For like 12 bucks, you probably can do probably 6 or 7 of these billboards and just lay them around your way out. Now, also, besides doing that type of a billboard, you can do this type of a billboard where it's actually on I-beams, and then just plant it in the ground. And again, you can put your signage, paint this up, and put your signage on there, and voila, you got another billboard. I do stuff on a budget because I'm on a fixed income, so whatever I can build, I will build. So let's get this back up here for right now. There we go. And we'll let this dry up for a couple more minutes. Just keep checking, make sure it's straight. And now you can put a base on here, or you can drill a hole and just a shallow hole, just to put it in there to stand it up. Of course, this is HO, so I won't be using this one, but I will be putting a base on this one to make it for my end scale layout. And I will be putting, let me just show you this guy. As you can see, I have one sign on there ready. Oops. And what I use to mount the signs is that 3M spray adhesive. But as you can see, that would be the second sign. And these are local places where I live. So, I mean, it would make sense for me to do that since I am modeling the place that I live. So, anyhow, I still need to make one handrail for this guy. And I'm not going to do that tonight because the end scale is a little bit harder to do than the HO scale. I started to use this guy here, but I was having problems with it this morning. So I decided to do something else. So what I did was I laid out a piece of the masking tape, the cheap masking tape, and I marked it off, the 25 feet or whatever it is, and then the 3 feet up and blah, 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 and the 6 feet intervals for the stanchions. And just laid it on there, and then like gently, after it was glued, just take my knife and go under it and just peel it up nice and easy. Let's see. I'm missing out on a whole bunch of stuff here. See, I'm glad you guys are doing that. Billboard says end scale. Yeah, right on, Otto. He pulls a Sparky on every show. Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Let's back up a minute here, Mr. Sparky. What do you mean I pull a Sparky on every show that I do? I haven't dropped anything, have I? Oh, my sign. Okay, I dropped my sign. Okay, I got you. All right. I forgive you. But anyhow, again, these are just signs that I get in my mail. I get what they call a weekly mailer, and it's got a bunch of advertisement in there, and I just pick out signs that I think that are going to fit. Now, this one here is too big. It's too wide for end scale, but this one will fit if I wanted to do it. I also did some research on these billboards, and I found out that they come in all sorts of shapes. Oh, hello. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Be careful on art. On orange water. The orange came from California. California is mostly union. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate the heads up on that. That's funny. All right, so it looks like that one's on there pretty good so far. It's pretty tight. So we'll go ahead and do the other side also. And it looks like I gotta trim this guy down just a bit right here. There you go. All right. Also, let me get this glue on, and then we'll talk about my T-shirts. I can't talk and put the glue on. I can't do two things at once. I'm not that talented. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and put this guy on here. Maybe. There we go. And we'll pull him out a little bit. Now, I'm assuming that you can buy billboards that you can pay a lot of money for. And I'll tell you what, whatever those places are charging, I'll charge you half to build them for you. I'm really good with the with the LEDs. What is that glue? My glue is a Model Masters glue. I've been using this forever, and it works great, and I love it. Hey, Al, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you can make it in tonight. Never drink. Yeah, and don't eat yellow snow either, right? So basically, this is pretty much done. And if you guys watched me last week when I did this guy, you see that it didn't take very long at all. Once you get all your material and get it all cut out and ready to go, prepped and all that stuff, like I said, you guys can have these things done, a couple of them done in an hour or 2 hours or whatever. Anyhow, let's see if I can get this to maybe stand up. Look at that, guys. It stands up all by itself. I must have done something right, eh? Anyhow, now, there is another thing we can do here. Let's see if I don't have it in here anymore. I have seen billboards. I thought I might have had one here. I guess not. Where they have a ladder that comes partially down, like maybe a couple, 3 or 4 feet or whatever, and then they use a cherry picker to get up to it or whatever. That's another detail you can put on here. You also can put lights on here. Very easy. You know, you could drill a couple of holes in your tube and send the wires down and come out the bottom, and you could have lights. Put the light on the bottom facing up, or you could put it at the top facing down. There's a lot of different things you can do, and it's not going to cost you that much money. It's for what you can do here. It's just worth it for me to just do a lot of scratch building. I mean, every structure on my layout is scratch built, except for maybe a handful that like some DPM model storefronts and stuff like that. But everything else, all my industries, everything is scratch built. Billboard reads, if you think Vinny is going to show you. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that, buddy. So, it's just, I don't have a permanent mount on this webcam. It's just sitting on top of my monitor. There you go. Thank you, Spokane. Okay, got her Arduino and great for controlling. Actually, Martin is going to be doing. He said he wants to do something with Pi. I think it was Pi and Arduino. Best models you can ever have. The ones you're right, Ray. You are 100% right. And let me tell you, this is another one of my scratch builds right here. Now, this was copied off of Walter's kit. They don't make it in N-scale, and I wanted this in N-scale, so I went ahead and produced it in N-scale. And I just sent one off that's going to South Carolina. He should be getting his on Monday or Tuesday. Same thing as this. So, and if you can see back there, that's Smith Pipe and Steel. That's another one of my scratch builds right there. And I have more industries here that I have done. And these are all prototypical buildings, guys. These are all stuff that I drive around town and I see these buildings, and that's what inspired me to do the railroad that's in town here. It's a BNSF, of course, right? BNSF. And it's called the P-Vine Sub. And it's got all these industries in the Phoenix metropolitan area, and then it also has a lot of mountainous areas and so on and so forth, which you can see. Let's see if I can get it up there. Which you can see up there. And that particular scene right there is called Hell's Canyon. Hell Canyon. Thanks for sharing your talent. Well, Ron, I appreciate your contributions to keep me going. Where'd the buzzer go? I don't have my phone right here. It's in the other room, but the buzzer is on my phone. If you want, I can go get it, but I don't really feel like getting up right now. See, there you go. I'm glad you guys are subbing to each other, man. That's, like I said, that's what this is all about. You tried to send a link to Electro Illumination paper, but YouTube wouldn't not let me. Why not? What is this you're trying to, what is this electro illuminescent paper? What's the problem with that? Why wouldn't they let you do that? You live in UP country? Hey Cheryl, there's a good possibility that on the 4th I'll be down in Tucson. So if you want to meet up somewhere, maybe we can do that. Viewers cannot post links. No, the only one who can post links are my moderators or myself. I thought I was about scratch, and I thought it was about scratch build. Well, wasn't this a scratch build? I thought this was a scratch build. Are you talking to me, Gaffa? Yeah, we're going. I asked you this once before, but do you know Chuck Baker, Cheryl? What is the name of the company? Oh, okay. Ralph, you're talking to Martin, correct? This paper that has fluorescent powder, and it will glow when you apply powder. Fluorescent powder, and it will glow when you apply powder. Okay, well, Roy, Hardwick, and myself are going to be going down to Tucson to meet up with Chuck Baker, and maybe during some time of that day we can meet up. You and I and Roy can meet up at the same time also. Gaffa. Oh my God, I can't even. I can't pronounce that word. Holy mackerel! Cathode illumination. Cathode. So, sorry. Sent you a sub DIY digital. Okay. You scratch build Starbucks. So actually I do know somebody who did do a Starbucks, and they did a really, really good job on it. And I was impressed on, and I just forgot who it was. It's been quite a while since I've seen that person. You're right. You're right, Roy. I'm sorry 100%. I should have said that. It's not confirmed 100% at this time. But Cheryl, if you can send me an email or text, and we'll let you know for sure. It's a powder that is used in, oh, okay. All right. We'll soon now. I will soon now, Sparky. Hey, Lance, how's it going? You on your lunch break? I was going to do a post for you, but it's not posted yet. How you doing, Lenny? I thought you were here earlier, weren't you? I thought you were. Yeah. I love Lance. He comes in on his lunch break. He doesn't eat. I don't know if he's eating his lunch while he's doing this, but he's there. 38 people watching. I thought I'd have a little bit more in there than that, but anyhow. Whoever said hello. Wiping the Harley off instead of eating, watching my stream and wiping your Harley off, huh? That's cool. Hey, maybe you should get on your Harley and do a cross-country trip and come out and visit me. Yeah, Lance, I know most of you guys know this, but Lance switched from HO to N-Scale. Yep. 33 watching, but only 22 likes. I got 37 watching with 22 likes. Martin has homework. Okay, what kind of homework does he have, Sparky? It fell on his head. So, anyhow, so we have a steel mill, which I'm not going to do because I would have no place to put it on my layout. It's not prototypical. Engine locomotive wash stand. I don't have use for that either. I'm trying to build stuff that I would be able to use on my layout and share with you guys how I build it. The scratch building and chatting is hard. Well, yeah, sometimes it does. You gotta be able to do multi. Any email, please. Okay, hold on. Ralph, would you give Cheryl my email address, please? How's the temperature down there, Cheryl? Cars and semi trucks. Thank you, Ralph. 105. Yeah, I think it was about 102 here today. Now that is the one. Now look at the experimental kits. All right. 105 in West Virginia. Wow. There you go, Cheryl. There's my email address. 98 in Canada. Humid. Yep. Really cold. 18 degrees Celsius. Oh my God. That's right. You guys are in Australia, so it's winter for you guys now. 90 in North Carolina. You're welcome, Cheryl. No problem. Send me an email, and then I will send you an email back to confirm if we're going to be down in Tucson or not. We're still trying to work out the arrangements for that. Just took a look on very cool looking product. Trainman 46. How you doing, buddy? Western North Carolina 77. If you have any, did you look at the photos? Are you talking about the water tower, Tom? I did, and it looks like it's going to be a very hard build. So I don't know if you are still going to be interested in it. Do you commission work? How do we connect? Not sure if I had the talent at the time. Yes, Hastings, I do work for others. I try and make a couple of bucks off of that. And the email address that Ralph just posted, you can contact me through that email address, and we could talk about what you might need or want. 18 shit. It's 14 here. Gaffa, please watch the language. This is a family show. You do, Vin. Hillbilly Railroad, you do, Vin. What do you mean by that, Scott? I'm trying. South wind, too damn. I'm trying to catch up on some of the stuff here. Gaffa, you're warmer than here. 7 degrees. Oh my God, that's really cold. I have a small project for you. Being able to shut off tortoise. Being able to shut off tortoise machines while not used. Yes, Jesse, I do. I actually do that. I have a toggle switch that will power up my Cobalt machines, and I only turn them on is when I'm actually going to be using them. And then I have regular switches that will turn the motors back and left to right or back and forth or whatever. Uh-oh. I didn't see what that message was, Sparky, but thank you. Take it easy on Gaffer, though. I mean, I already yelled at him, kind of, for the language. I got he got spanked by Vinny before we did. Yes. Gaffer is one of my good subscribers, so I give him a little bit of leeway. Can you do a small how-to video on that? On the power switch for the tortoise or cobalt machines? Is that what you're talking about? I suppose we can do that. It's kind of hard to do electrical work here, but I guess we can try and do that. I did hear you answer my question because I lost my internet connection temporarily. Yes, I did see the picture you sent me of the, if you're talking about the water tower, yes, I did see that. And it looks pretty intricate and it looks like it would take a lot of time to do. I probably can do it for you, but it's going to take a lot of time and probably going to cost you a little bit of money. Miller Engineering website. See down under what you consider swearing is. Well, yeah, I guess, and same here. But the thing is, you know, I do have some females that are in here, and I don't know if they would appreciate the swearing or whatever you want to call it. So please, guys, just keep the language civil. Have you done DC cab wiring at one point? Yes, way back in the day, I have, and it was really a pain in the butt to do that. And I'm glad it's all digital now because it makes life a whole bunch easier. Okay, Godfrey, you're excused, but please just keep that in mind that there are ladies present. Yes, the cobalt machine on how to shut them off directly from 12-volt transformer to a reversing switch. Well, I have a toggle switch that comes from my power supply and then goes out to the toggle switch that actually operates the turnouts. You're right about that too, right? Sometimes there's children here also. So what happens is when I'm working on my layout, or if I'm not using the cobalt machines, I just turn my power off to the machines and I can just play on the layout wherever I want to do. But if I want to do some switching, I'll turn that power switch on and it'll energize all my toggle switches for the cobalt machines. And then I'm able to flip the switches to make, you know, go straight or go to the diverging track. Wow, I can't believe 53 minutes already. Oh, Melbourne, Vic from 9th. Oh, yeah, I mentioned my T-shirts earlier. Right now, I have, let me see, where is it? Right now, I have 26 confirmed people that want T-shirts. If you guys are interested, whoever does not know about my T-shirts, I will be doing my T-shirts with my logo on it and some text up here and some text on the bottom of my logo. At this point, they are $16.50 plus shipping to the United States. Will be approximately $6.95 or $7, something like that. But if it has to go overseas, either to the UK or to Australia, it'll be actual cost of what that might be. Ralph Greenwood and Sparky are both kids. You're staying DC, Hot Rod Rodney? Yeah, well, you need to get up in the times there, buddy. I know it costs money to change over everything. Watch Bog Boy. I will tell you my dad. Copy, you have to let me know. There you go. See that? And then that's another thing that Sparky was stressing on his live chats is for people to actually meet face to face rather than here, where you get to see people, you know, and communicate with them via texting and live streams. But to actually meet somebody is really cool. A couple of train shows that I did with my buddy Arthur, in California, I did meet some of my subscribers, and it was really great to to sit there and talk with them, not only because through internet, but actually to talk to the person in person. That's a great thing. I met Roy, I met Sparky, I met Tom. Who else did I meet? There's a few other guys. I don't remember everybody, but there's a few guys that I actually met face to face. Some of us will be Steamtown, National Historic. Yes, I know Sparky, and that's what I'm trying to bring out to the point now. The Sparky lives in Canada, but he's going down to Pennsylvania to the Steamtown National Historical Site, and there's a couple of guys that are here on the live chat, so they'll be going down there to meet him, and that's pretty cool. Backwards beer hug from Sparky in the desert. Yeah, and in fact, Sparky, that's the person I forgot to mention. Sparky actually came to Arizona last year. Hey, Corey, how's it going, buddy? How's my billboard looking? This is an HO one, by the way. I just did my handrails tonight. If you want to watch the replay tomorrow, you can check out. But I was telling people about how to add lights, and if you guys want to see how to add the lights and see another way of doing billboards, check out Corey's channel, KRP Models. Ralph, if you can, you can put up his link. I would love that, Goff. If you ever come to the States, yes, you are most welcome, most welcome to come and visit me, and we could play trains on my layout. 2200 mile. Yeah. I think it is 22. I like your shirt, Vinny. Oh, thank you. This was a gift from a contest that I won. Besides getting a gift card, the guy sent me this shirt also, and so yeah, I like it. Corey's channel. There you go, Corey. Hope you get some more subscribers tonight. Hey, Corey, when are you going to be working on your layout again? I know it's summertime and you got kids and girlfriend or wife or whatever, but I'd like to see how you're going to connect up what you already had to what you're building. So yeah, I would like to see a video on that. Corey is doing the Mojave, California desert, with I think the Tehachapi Loop. Am I correct on that, Corey? Hot ride. I'm kind of catching up on some of the stuff that's going on here. Amy took a plane and Sparky walked. Just sub Corey. Very cool. Very cool. I will have an update soon. Yes, you are correct. Thank you, Corey. Corey's got an awesome layout also. Besides doing his scratch building and his weathering and stuff like that, he does have a really cool layout. He scratch built a lot of his structures that are on his building, on his layout. So you guys need to go check him out. And well, I already see he's got a couple of subs here tonight. Got a run by shoot going, Vinny. Very cool. That's another guy you need to check out is Teddy Bear 11 Teen, Stu. He's one of my Australian buddies. He's got an awesome layout also, and he likes to do long trains. One train was 80 plus cars, and I don't remember, 7 locomotives. Correct me on that, Stu. Yeah, he only went through. Actually, he was wearing sandals when he got here, so I don't know what happened to his shoes. Very cool. I'm glad she had a good time when she was here. 8 locals, 90 cars. There you go. Stu doesn't believe in anything small. He goes for gusto. So now we'll getting a little pressure onto Corey there to get an update going on. We're over an hour, guys. The whole module is great, Corey. Yep. Yeah, he's got some really nice scratch builds on his layout. Really cool. Checked out Corey a few days ago. It's going to be a fantastic layout. Yep. I agree 100%. So getting back to this, the next thing we need to do is just give it a shot of paint. First thing I'll do is I'll give it a primer, and then I'll decide on what color I actually want to paint it. But like I said, this is an HO billboard, so I won't be using it on my layout. This, on the other hand, is an in-scale one, and I will be using this on my layout, and probably this guy. And also, if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, we did these cell towers. So if you guys want to go back a couple of weeks and check out how I did the cell towers, you can do that too. The NSF Sparky did one. He might be able to help you. Okay, actually staying in. Okay, you guys are talking about Australian stuff there, Gaffa. Message retracted. Okay, took it down himself. I'm next to prayer. I'm next to. But you're thinking. What? Can you clarify what you're trying to say there, Rodney? Switch to Hangout from the live stream setup screen. All right, Tom, take care and be safe on the road, buddy. And let me know next time you're going to be down this way. We can hook up again. He's another person that I met in person, is Tom Pilling. He drives a truck, and when he comes down here, we give him a place to park, and comes in, we sit down, and we shoot the breeze a little bit, run some trains. That's right. Roy did drive through Mojave just recently. Okay. As soon as my stream gets done, Hot Rod Rodney is going to be doing his live stream. At least that's what he told me. So we're at 1 hour and 3 minutes, and he's going to be picking the winner to his contest out. Hey, Tom, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, we're at 1 hour and 4 minutes. So, I mean, we could go longer if you guys want to. No, about 1 hour away. Bruce, thanks for all the subs, guys. All right. Sweeter. How's your layout coming along there, Tom? You're going to try and do a live stream tonight in 2 hours? 2 hours for me would be 8 o'clock in the evening. Okay. Well, that's good that you're working. That means more money to buy toys, right? Hot Rod Rodney needs to go live to announce the winner. All right. Well, I won't hold Rodney up. We are 1 hour and 5 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream. And as always, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for all the super chats. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Anyhow, we're going to call this good for now, so Rodney can get on with his deal and pick the winner for his contest. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys later, and let's see how it goes from here. Take care, guys. Bye. No new subscribers. Son of a bitch.